Abacha is going on COP. He's been doing whatever he wanted to do in Nigeria, in South Africa, in all of Europe, paying for advertising spaces, paying people $1.5 million a month to suppress democracy, voices of democracy. I think you could go back to how ITT and Allende worked together in Chile. And Shell is getting to a situation where they actually are the senior partner in the rulership of Nigeria. Shell is importing ammunition for the government of Nigeria to kill the people of Nigeria. Example is the Ogoni. And actually, if you look at the bullet that killed Mrs. Abiola, probably could be traced to one of those imported for the government of Nigeria by Shell.
That this woman, who has been known to us as the wife of Chief Abiola, as a businesswoman and a mother, has been gunned down and shot in cold blood very early on the morning, goes to show that this was a deliberate and calculated attempt to silence her because of her efforts to free her husband. And is ready to go on out to do anything to intimidate people.
Evil would always have its appeasers, but the challenge for the truth seeker is to continue to uphold the truth and challenging evil in all its ramifications. It may well mean going to whatever length to do that. In our own case, we've decided that the first step we have to take is to challenge evil in all its ramifications. Challenging evil in all its ramifications.
Indigenous people have been cheated through laws such as are operated in Nigeria today, through political marginalization. They have driven certain people to death.
Evil would always have its appeasers, but the challenge for the truth seeker is to continue to uphold the truth and challenging evil in all its ramifications. It may well mean going to whatever length to do that. In our own case, we've decided that the first step we have to take is to challenge evil in its information network. It's a means of challenging even our people to accepting the fact that we've got to fight for change. We cannot stop and give up. that's what gave rise to searching around the world for a shortwave radio.
The Nigerian government is oppressing our people by daily feeding them lies and misinformation. That we must counter effectively. We must give democracy a very consistent and clear voice so that our people would know they have not been forgotten.
Well, they don't have many good arguments, but they've got a lot of money to spend. So the Nigerian government has got quite a sophisticated lobbying and media operation in the United States. They spend $8 or $9 million a year on it, and they've got a half a dozen lobbyists and law firms on retainer in Washington working on their behalf. And because they have got tremendous resources at their disposal, they have been able to muddy the water. So, for example, they have run 8-page, 4-color newspaper inserts in most of the major African-American press in the United States over the past few months. And because a great many people in the United States, black and white, simply don't know that much about Nigeria, it's possible for the regime to put over a very misleading, even ridiculous presentation to North Americans.
If you go to the villages in northern Nigeria, for instance, you see people plugging on their shortwave radios like the baby. You see 50 people sitting round a baobab tree at 7 p.m. at night listening to BBC World Service. They would rather do that than listen to the propaganda being dished out of the government radio, because that is the only thing available to our people. This small initiative, which is just broadcasting for 2 hours a day, they've got 24 hours to dish out lies and lies and lies. All you hear from the Nigerian government media, for instance, is simply, hey, General Abacha visited this place today. The wife of the head of state did this tomorrow. So you're actually unconsciously becoming recipients of family news rather than national news. And we've only got 2 hours to tell our people what is a self-evident truth that they can all see themselves.
Because if you look at Shell, I don't think they have any responsibility to Nigeria that make the money. If you look at the pipeline in Bonny, it's so corroded. Acid rain is falling on the people. They could care less. And they always have good statements to put out to let people feel good. You could call it a feel-good statement that we are doing all we can. We're not doing this to the people. But then they will go tomorrow and do the same thing. As a matter of fact, Shell will invite the federal government of Nigeria, please help us curb these people. They are disturbing us from making money from the country. And Abacha will personally send some people. Example is what happened when the Mossad were protesting, or they were planning to protest. They had the governor seal up the whole place and they killed a lot of people.